Source protection planning is taking place across Ontario. If you live in the AuSable Bayfield or Maitland Valley source protection areas, this overview may be helpful to you.
Drinking water sources were identified in the AuSable Bayfield Maitland Valley region through science-based assessment reports. These reports determined where the municipal wellheads and intakes were vulnerable, how vulnerable they are, and what types of chemicals, pathogens, and activities could pose risks to community drinking water sources in the most vulnerable areas. What is a source protection plan? It is a plan that creates policies to protect your community's drinking water sources, such as municipal wells and intakes, from contamination or depletion. These policies add an extra barrier of protection for your municipal water supply. The new policies manage, and in some cases prohibit, pathogens or chemicals that people are storing or spreading near a municipal source of drinking water.
Why do we need a source protection plan? Research in Canada and the United States has found that preventing contamination is much cheaper than cleaning up afterward. We have had several experiences of contamination, creating a high cost to human life. The disaster at Walkerton, Ontario is one powerful example.
For more information on the assessment reports, please check out the website in your region at www.sourcewaterinfo.on.ca.
We have looked at what a source protection plan is and why it's needed. Let's look at what the plan does. A source protection plan must protect current and future drinking water sources from contamination or depletion. It does this by managing or prohibiting significant threats so that they are no longer significant, or by preventing new significant threats from being created.
A local source protection committee of people from your region has crafted the 2 local plans. The members of the committee come from agriculture, industry, commerce, municipalities, property owner associations, the environmental field, and from the public. The 15 committee members and chairperson have been working on this project for more than 4 years.
Ontario's Clean Water Act provides the legal framework to write the source protection plans. Provincial regulations have identified 21 threats, which are activities that could, in certain circumstances, contaminate municipal water quality and quantity. The Clean Water Act also provides 7 tools so the committee can address these threats. The 21 threat activities are listed here. Some activities are industrial or commercial. Some activities are agricultural. Some activities are residential uses, such as septic systems or home heating oil. Examples of potential threats include gas stored at a service station, spreading of agricultural or non-agricultural source materials, or storing of chemicals for industrial uses.
This is a listing of the 7 tools available under the Clean Water Act to manage or prohibit threats. The top 3 tools are new under this Ontario law and are collectively referred to as the Part 4 tools. How do you use the plans? To begin, locate your property on one of the online maps and decide if it is in one of the areas where the plans apply. The plans apply around municipal wellheads and intakes. Take this sample wellhead area. Water drawn into the wellhead is taken from the entire area in green. However, it is only those areas marked in red and orange where the vulnerability is high. It is only in these high areas that risks can be significant.
If you live in an area where the vulnerability is high, the orange or red areas on the map, contact stewardship at sourcewaterinfo.on.ca to talk about best management practices and financial incentives that may be available.
If your property is not in a red or orange area, policies might not apply to you. If your property is in one of these areas where a threat can be a significant risk, then you may ask the question, what is the land used for? A residence, a farm, a business? Turn to that section of the plan that refers to your kind of land use. Think about what you use, store, or spread on your property. Do you use, handle, or store any of those items listed in those 21 threats? If so, look for the specific policy and the circumstances in which you might use those chemicals. For instance, do you store or handle these items in sufficient quantities for the plan policies to apply?
To finish your review of the plan for your area, look to see what the plan has to say. Does it prohibit the activity, or does it require that it be managed? This example shows that if you have an existing fuel storage at a service station, it requires a risk management plan. For the most part, the local plans would prohibit significant risk activities from establishing. The plans manage existing threat activities. The new tools, risk management plans and prohibition, can only be used where a significant threat exists.
Ways of managing include agreeing to best management practices through a risk management plan and being more informed about the risk.
Visit the region's local website at www.sourcewaterinfo.on.ca.